When you hear the sound, Happy New Year, you can't help but wonder, what's in store? What will I tell my children? What will I tell my grandchildren? "2020, a year of strangeness, aloneness, a virus. But what does it mean to really be alone? In ancient Greece, men shook hands as a demonstration of good faith. In days of fever and fear, we keep our distance. Resist the timeless call of flesh to flesh. A display of intimacy we know best. But the time will come again to take a stranger's hand, embrace a friend, share a kiss. So what will I tell my children? That it was courageous to love at a time like this? That we truly learned the meaning of ignorance is bliss. As watching the news became a ritual and the streets lost their soul, and so did many people, how will I tell my children? That I heard the cries of my neighboring countries, riot after riot after riot. How will I tell them that our pleas never did a thing? How will I tell them about rumors of World War III?
Syria says one of its military...
Russia has once again warned the United States.
Nuclear and missile capability.
Black Lives Matter, Lebanon, and more, and more, and more, and more. How will they understand the masks we hid behind? How will they understand that their mother stayed inside her house, her head, how she drank and ate and slept alone, and drank and ate and slept, and when she drank or ate or slept, it was all the same? How will they understand the wait for the end? The money sent to feed the masses of graves, the immigrants, the refugees, the 1,000 bodies lining our ghosted streets, and we watched it flee. على حسابي, على حسابه, وعلى حسابك. All our donations gone to corrupt organizations. So how will I tell this to my children? All of the strangeness, all the patience it took to withstand a year like this. As me and my children look at the past, at me looking forward for the future, to the time that will come again, a time that is not so chaotic, a time of what's in store. 2020, will I feel nostalgic, or will I speak of it with the bitterness of bad breath rolling off my tongue? As we used to speak in tongues. اللي طويل لسانه صار قصير، واللي كان قريب صار بعيد، واللي ما كان يفهم صار ذكي، والقديم صار جديد. عشان بنعيد
Uncertain times.
وبنعيد
Unprecedented time.
وبنعيد.
Unprecedented times.
والتكرار يعلم الحمار. So what happened to our tongues after a virus filled our lungs, taking away intimacy and replacing it with aloneness? لحد ما قلنا بس. And we searched within ourselves and we found that aloneness was actually what worked best. So we will tell our children. عشان أحكي لأولادي, I witnessed it and I filmed it. Did they mean 7 p.m.? That we never knew when our cries for human touch will be heard. All we knew was that the time will come again to take a stranger's hand, embrace a friend, share a kiss. And until then, our cries are dispatches from separate battlefields, shouting اشتقت لك واشتقت لك behind a screen. Marriages, arrangements, engagements. لازم نعمل إشي بعد كورونا. بعد ما كورونا تصير زمان. بعد ما كورونا تصير كان يا مكان. That's what I'll tell my children.